guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the follow-up to my Mommy Monday video that I did like 2 Mondays ago, which was the top 10 products that you shouldn't buy as a new mom. And a lot of you guys requested to see a top 10 products that you need to buy as a new mom. So I wanted to go ahead and film that for you guys because I know that that would have been super duper helpful for me as a new mom that had never been around babies much before in my life. As you guys know, I've said that in multiple videos. So I thought this would be really helpful for those of you who are planning to have babies in the future or are kind of getting ready to bring a new baby into the world. This video would be very helpful. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know what products I absolutely loved, I used all the time as a new mom. And like I said in the last video, this is completely opinion based. You know, all moms are different, all babies are different, and all lifestyles are different. So obviously this type of video is gonna be different for all sorts of different people depending on kind of what your lifestyle is, but this is just the things that I personally used and the things that I would definitely recommend based on how my lifestyle is. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so the first thing is a digital thermometer, and this is something that I didn't buy actually for a really long time when I was first a mom. I actually had one of those old school ones that took like 2 minutes to take a temperature, and I don't know how I went so long without a digital thermometer because they literally take temperatures in like 3 seconds. It's so fast. They're actually really precise, and the nice thing about them too is they can be used on older kids. They can even be used on adults. So never again will I buy an old school thermometer. Definitely pick one up. It makes a great baby shower gift as well because they can be a little bit spendy if you decide to get like a really nice one. So I love my digital thermometer, and it's just something that you just don't think to buy. Love that, and you definitely need it. Next up is an infant bathtub with a hammock, and this was something that I actually got for my baby shower, and I was like, I remember getting it and thinking, okay, like I didn't really know how much I would use it, if it was like, I just was like kind of caught off guard by it because I always thought you could just like fill up the bath like this much with water and then like lay your baby in there and that would work. This was one of the best things that I got for my baby shower because it just made life so much easier. And basically all you do is you just stick it in the bathtub and you fill up the little tub with water, and then you lay your newborn baby in the little hammock, and the baby kind of sits up perfectly out of the water. They're at a little bit of an angle. It's comfortable for them, and you're not afraid that they're gonna like turn their head into the water or anything. Like it just keeps them right up out of the water, and it's really easy to wash them. Oh, it just makes life so much easier. And then you can just take your baby out and you dump all the water back into the tub and you're good to go. This is one of those products that really does make your life easier, and I would 100% use one if I had a third child. Next up is nursing bras. This is something that you can't actually really buy until you have your baby because you don't really know how big your boobs are gonna get, but nursing bras are an absolute must if you plan on having or if you plan on nursing your baby. And if you don't know what a nursing bra is, basically it's just a little bra that has the cup right here attached to the strap, and you just lower the cup and then you put it back up when you're done nursing. It's really easy to use, and if you don't have a nursing bra, literally nursing is so much more difficult. I think that was like the first outing that I took when I had Elena, was to buy nursing bras because I needed them so bad. So definitely pick up some nursing bras, and if you want to buy them in advance, maybe go up 1 cup size because your boobs are gonna get bigger. So yeah, definitely nursing bras. I would also recommend getting some sports bras that have like spaghetti straps that are like 1 size too big, because I used to sleep in these actually. And I used to get them 1 size too big so they would be really comfortable to sleep in, but they're really nice to nurse your baby in the middle of the night because you can wear the nursing pads so you don't leak all over your bed, but they're really loose and they're really comfortable so you can sleep in them nicely, and then you can also pull them down when you want to nurse your baby. So baggy, loose, you know, spaghetti strap sports bras I think are a must, and I ended up buying like 6. I bought like a pack of 3 for super cheap, and they were amazing. Next up is cotton bibs, and cotton bibs are a must if your baby is teething. And I remember having so many cotton bibs. Like they used to go through the wash so much because A, it keeps your baby's clothes dry when they're drooling because they drool like crazy. I didn't even know that much drool could come out of a baby. And you want to keep them dry, you want to keep them comfortable, so if you just change out their cotton bibs all day, it just keeps them comfortable instead of being wet, if you know what I mean. Another thing too is when they eat baby food and stuff like that, they're gonna get it all over their face. So the best thing to do is just put a cotton bib, and then you can kind of use the bib as like a napkin, kind of, and you can just wipe their face and then just throw it in the wash and then wash all the bibs together. You can get really cute ones on like Etsy, like little ones that look like scarves and stuff. Next up is a baby monitor, like a video baby monitor. The video monitors are so nice for, you know, peace of mind. I think it's so important because moms are gonna have mom anxiety like crazy when their baby is first born, and the baby monitors help so much because you can just check on your baby whenever you want. You can make sure they're not on their tummy or they're not too close to the side of the crib. Their face isn't like stuffed into something or whatever the case is. Like, you can always check on your baby really quickly. And the other nice thing too is once they grow out of needing this video monitor, you can actually put them in like a playroom area. So if you want to put it up in the wall in the playroom, you can always check your kids. Like if you're downstairs cooking dinner or something like that, you can always check your kids to make sure that they're playing okay and nothing's going wrong. And it's just nice to have that. It's just like a little camera that you can always check your kids with. I don't know, I just think it's a really handy thing. They're a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth the peace of mind, to be honest. Next up is something that I actually didn't think I was gonna really use that much, but I actually borrowed one from my mom, who has like this little rolly crib, and I'm pretty sure like my great-great-grandma used it for her babies. And it's this little bassinet that you can like roll around the house. And I actually had a subscriber say that she didn't think that we needed to buy a bassinet. And I was like, really? Because bassinets were like a lifesaver for me. And my baby slept next to my bed for about 3 or 4 months before I put them in their own crib in their room. And this is such a lifesaver because if you're nursing or even bottle feeding, you don't have to get all the way up out of bed, go into their room, and do the whole shebang in their room. Like, you can just roll over, pick up your baby, rock them, nurse them, whatever you have to do, and then just put them back in their bassinet right next to your bed. And it makes the night so much smoother, so much easier. And you can check on your baby 1,000 times if you want because they're right next to your bed. Plus, Elena's like lived in hers when she was a newborn baby. I used to roll it around the house. So whatever room I was in, Elena was in her bassinet sleeping. Like, I never felt like she had to sleep like all the way in her bedroom. Like, I could always just check on her because I would just roll her bassinet around the house, and I loved it. So I would definitely recommend getting a bassinet. Next up is a pacifier strap. Now, my kids took pacifiers. They loved pacifiers, and I'm one of those people that's I love them. I think that if you can try to get your kid to take a pacifier, definitely do. I think that it's a great comfort for babies because they like to suck on things. And the thing about pacifier straps that is great is babies are gonna spit them out all the time. I don't know how many times a pacifier landed on the floor and I couldn't put it back in their mouth, and they would get angry and mad because they'd want it back, but then I'd have to disinfect it. With a pacifier strap, it just hooks onto the end of the pacifier, onto their clothes, and it just falls and dangles off of their clothes. And it is so nice because you guys don't know how many pacifiers you're going to lose when you have a baby. Like, I swear I lost at least 50 pacifiers in my house, and I have still, to this day, I have no idea where they went. So it's really nice because you don't have to search your house for lost passies all the time. Next up is a breast pump, and a breast pump is something that if you're a nursing mom, you're just gonna need. It's just a necessity. And you can definitely get one of the handheld ones if you want, but I think you can actually rent them from your hospital sometimes, so I would definitely ask your hospital if they have a renting system where you can rent your own. I just bought mine, and they're great if you're a nursing mom. There's gonna be times where you're gonna have to pump, you're gonna have to relieve yourself. Maybe your baby is home with, you know, your husband and they're gonna drink out of a bottle. You're gonna have to pump all the milk that kind of, you know, produces while you're gone. Another great thing about breast pumps is that they can actually up your milk production. And one thing that I did with Elena actually is I needed to produce more milk. And so every time that Elena would eat, she would eat everything, all my milk, and then I would pump right after I nursed her. And I remember this would trick my body into thinking that I needed more milk because my body was like, oh, the baby's still eating, but we have no milk. So when I would pump, it would trick my body into thinking like I needed to produce more milk. And so I did that every single time Elena would nurse. It was really annoying, I remember, and frustrating, but it really did help my milk production. So if you have that problem, I would definitely try that, and you're just gonna definitely need a breast pump. It's just a must. Next up is muslin blankets, and muslin blankets are literally one of the best things for a new mom. You're gonna have so many times where you're gonna have to, you know, put a blanket on the floor, you're gonna have to put a blanket over you when you're nursing, you're gonna have to put a blanket over the car seat if they're napping, so many different things. And the muslin blankets are so great because they're humongous and they're breathable. And if I could recommend one brand to you, it would be Eden and Anai, and you can actually get them at Target. And I think they come in a pack of 3, and I had so many of these blankets, and I use them for literally everything. They're the best swaddle blankets. They're so big that you have just so much fabric to work with, and they're just some of the best blankets in the whole entire world. You're obviously going to want to get some nice warm blankets for, you know, when they're cold and things like that, but the muslin blankets are just so fantastic for so many different things, and I remember I would bring them everywhere with me, so I would definitely pick some of those up. I think I had like 6 or 7 of them because they're just so useful. And last but not least is actually a boppy pillow, and I know not everyone's going to agree with me on this because you definitely don't need a boppy pillow. It's not a, you know, life or death thing or anything like that. You could definitely just use like a regular pillow, but I loved my boppy pillow. I used it all the time. It was definitely one of those products that just made my life easier as a nursing mom. I just feel like they're the perfect stiffness, they're the perfect size, they make for the perfect arm support. And I remember I just used to leave my boppy pillow downstairs on my couch because that's usually where I would nurse the majority of the time, and it just made breastfeeding so much easier. I didn't have to like adjust, you know, a bunch of pillows all the time. I could just stick my boppy pillow on and then hold my baby comfortably. Another thing you can use boppy pillows for too is when your baby is learning how to sit up for the first time, you can just stick your baby like in the hole of the boppy pillow, and if they fall over, they're gonna fall onto the boppy pillow, which was really nice as well. Another thing I used it for was when my baby was young, like still laying down all the time. I used to just put a blanket over the top of my boppy pillow, and you can lay your baby in the pillow, and they're kind of laying at like an angle, so it's a really good little prop for a baby that is still like laying down all the time. That's what I used mine for, and it was just one of those things that was really easy and made my life easier in general. Of course, you don't need one, but if you do want to make your life easier and you do plan on breastfeeding for like a really long time, I think it's probably worth spending a little bit of money on it because they just are helpful. And sometimes making your life easier with things that you're doing like every 3 hours, you know, all day, every day, I think it's definitely worth it. So that is it, guys, for my top 10 products that I think all moms should buy for their new babies. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, it's all just based on my opinion. These are things that I personally used all the time. Some people might have different opinions, but for my lifestyle, I feel like these worked really well. And if you have any other products that you want to add to this list, definitely comment down below. I'm definitely curious what you guys think. Because like I said, we're all different and we all, you know, have different babies and lifestyles and all that kind of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful. Don't forget to follow all my social media links down below, and also I'll link the part 1 of this video that I uploaded a couple weeks ago so you guys can check that one out as well if you guys want to see that one. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.